Very good evening, everyone. Today we are going to start the new chapter of the 10th class science, the chemistry part, and which is the periodic classification of element. Okay, so this chapter is really very important to understand how atoms or elements are being classified from the beginning. Okay, so first we have to understand here what is periodic means. Okay, so what is periodicity means? See, periodic word which is derived from the word called periodicity. Periodicity. So what is the meaning of periodicity? When or when certain things or certain events, when certain events repeats after certain interval, after certain interval of time, after certain interval of time, okay, when certain events repeats after certain interval of time is called as periodicity. Okay, it's called a beta periodicity. Suppose I'm just giving you one example. We have the clock, and here we are having 12, here 3, here 6, and here 9. And suppose here we have the minute clock, minute hand. Okay, so we know that minute hand will going to cross that particular position after every 60 minute. Is it or not?
Yes.
Yeah. So that means we can say here there is a periodicity in the hand of the clock in a fixed interval of time. Okay, means the crossing of that particular position by the minute hand will repeat in every 60 minutes. That is nothing but the periodicity. We know every day in morning the sun is going to rise from the east. It is the periodicity. Is there any morning where sun is not going to rise? It is going to happen? No, na? Means the rising of sun, the sunset is all nothing but the periodicity. Everyone, you are getting the point. No, what is the meaning of periodicity? We will relate that word in classification of elements also. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to describe about few concept. Before going to start the chapter, we had to understand few concept. Okay, so I'm writing here. Just take a screenshot for periodicity. Take a screenshot, everyone. Done.
Sir, please wait for a minute.
Okay. See, as we know that, yeah. Okay. So what is matter, beta? Matter is anything that have mass and occupied space. Anything that have
Mass and occupied space.
yes, mass and occupies space. Okay, is called as matter. And we know all matters are made up of very tiny particles called atom. called atom. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. So in our modern periodic table, I'm just writing important points here only. In modern periodic table, there are 118 elements are present. Is it? Okay. So out of 118 elements, 92 elements are naturally occurring, whereas rest 26 elements are synthetic, means man-made or synthesized in laboratory. Synthesized in laboratory. Okay, so just do remember, out of 118 elements, 26 elements are synthetic and 92 elements are naturally occurring. Just take a screenshot. Again, I'm going to move further. Done.
Done, sir.
Okay, so I'm just moving further, and we will discuss about the types of element we have in our modern periodic table. Okay, so out of 118 element, okay, we have 94 are metals. Okay, and we know metals are the element having tendency to lose electron. Okay, they used to lose electron, are called as metals. We have 17 non-metals. We have 17 non-metals. Then we have 7 metalloids. Okay, and we have 7 metalloids. So total 118 elements we have. Okay, so out of which 94 are metals, 17 are non-metals, and 7 are non-metalloids. They are metalloids. Understood?
Okay, sir.
Okay, everyone. Okay. So now we will discuss about the history part of the element, like how different scientists came into existence and how, like, what strategy they are going to use in order to classify the element. We will learn this in our chapter. Okay, so in history part, first we will discuss about the Daubigny triad. We will discuss about the Daubigny triad. Daubigny's triad. Okay, so Daubigny triad means what? Okay, so when elements started discovered in like very ancient time, so that time most of the scientists, they used to represent element in the symbolic form like this. Okay, these are the symbol where they use in order to represent the element. But when number of element discovered more, it is very difficult. It has become very difficult to remember their name, their symbol. That's why they used to started giving name to that particular atom or element, and by their name they use the first letter or sometimes first along with the second letter as a symbol to represent the element. Okay, so at the time of Daubigny triad, okay, in 1817, Okay, Dominic Triad was a German scientist. He is a German scientist. Okay, he arranged all the known element of that particular time in increasing order of their atomic mass. So what he did first, he arranged all the known elements of that time into increasing order of their atomic mass. And he found that, and he means who? Daubigny. Okay, and he found that group of three elements were having similar property. And he made this group of three elements and named them as triad. He made few groups of three elements with similar property and named as triad. Okay, so whenever we will use the word triad, it means the group of three elements having similar property. So take a screenshot again. Okay, now we'll move further. Okay, so now
Sir, can you just scroll back for a minute? I was unable to take this screenshot.
Make it quick because we have to cover more part today.
Done.
Everyone done? Okay, so now on the basis of his arrangement, he made the law which is called as the law of Daubigny triad. So we will learn about the law of Daubigny triad. So I'm writing D as abbreviation for Daubigny triad. Okay, that capital D represents the Daubigny. Okay. Okay. So the law given by the Daubigny triad, for the Daubigny triad, that states that the group of three elements, when we will start from the when group of three elements arranged in increasing order of their reactivity not reactivity, in increasing order of their atomic mass, then then the mass of middle element was approximate equals to the mean mass of other two elements, two elements. Okay, so what is the statement given by the Daubigny? When the group of three elements arranged in increasing order of their atomic mass, then the mass of middle element was approximate equals to the mean mass of other two elements. Okay, we will verify that law also, but before going to verify that, we have to write this statement in the form of mathematical expression. So I'm writing here, according to the law, the mass of middle element, the mass means atomic mass, huh? So I'm writing here atomic mass. The atomic mass of middle element equals to mass of first element plus mass means atomic mass of second element divide by, see, we are taking mean, so we have to divide it by 2. Okay, so this is nothing but the mathematical formula for the Daubigny triad. Okay, so just take again screenshot, then we are going to verify the law of Daubigny triad. Take a screenshot, everyone. Done?
Yes, sir, done.
Okay. Now we are going to verify the Daubigny triad law. Okay. So I'm just making 3 triads here. So we will understand. So I'm taking one table here. So here we will have the serial number. Then we gonna have element, then first element, then second element, and their atomic number, mass. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so first here I'm writing serial number. Wait a second. Okay, here we have serial number, so I'm taking here the first. Okay, so first triad, so I'm writing here triad. We have first triad is for lithium, then we have sodium and potassium. Okay, so here I'm writing mass of lithium, mass of first element. Okay, so lithium have atomic mass beta 6.9. Okay, here again the mass of second element, and second element is sodium. So sodium have atomic mass 23.0. Then mass of third element, and here we have potassium. So potassium have atomic mass 39.1. Okay, and here we will have verified or not, here we have to write. Okay, this is the first. Now I'm going to write the second one. Second triad is for, we have calcium, then we have strontium, and third we have barium. So the mass of first element, which is calcium, is 40.1. Then we have the for strontium. Sr. Strontium have atomic mass 87.6. And last we have barium. So mass of barium is 137.3. Okay, we will verify that also. And last but not the least, third one, we have chlorine, bromine, and iodine triad. So mass of chlorine, we have it is 35.5. Then for bromine, we have 81.2. And for iodine, it's 126.9. Okay, so we had to verify these triad. Okay, so first triad. So for first triad, I'm using the red color here. So mass of sodium equals to, I'm just writing atomic mass, An for sodium, like this. Atomic mass of sodium equals to atomic mass of lithium plus atomic mass of potassium divided by 2 according to the Daubigny triad. Okay, so what is mass of lithium? It is 6.9. It is 6.9. So I'm writing here 6.9 plus atomic mass of potassium. Here we have 39.1. 39.1 divided by 2. If you will add, so 9 and 1 is 10, then 0. We have 9, 1, 10, and 6 is 9, 10, 16. Again, here we have 6, and 3 plus 1 is 4. So 46 divided by 2. If you will solve that, 46 divided by
It
2,
will
we will
be
get
23 only.
23.0. Yes. So yes, it is proving that the atomic mass of sodium is 23.0. So it is verified. Okay, so I'm
So
writing here.
you only got 3 of them.
Yeah, he has given 3, but I will give you 3 more for homework. You have to verify those, okay, whether
Okay,
they
sir.
are tried or not. So now we are going to test for second triad. Okay, so for second triad, I am going to use the blue ink. Okay, so this is the first triad. Now, atomic mass of calcium equals to, it must be atomic mass, no, not calcium, strontium. Okay, here we have to use strontium because we are checking the middle element, Sr. So atomic mass of calcium plus atomic mass of barium divided by 2. So atomic mass of calcium here we have 40.1. 40.1 plus barium's mass is 137.3. 137.3 divided by 2. Okay, now we had to add the upper values numerator part. Okay, so it will be 0.4, then 7, 3 and 4 is again 7 and 1. So 177.4. Now we have to divide it by 2. Okay, divide by 2. So we will get 88.7. 88.7. But here it is 87.6. But we mentioned here that it is approximate equals to, right? Here we have mentioned that it is approximate equals to the mean mass of other two elements. So yes, it is again verified. Okay, that means calcium, strontium, and barium is the Daubigny triad. Okay, it is obeying the law given by the Daubigny. Now we will check for the third. For that, I am using the green color ink. So again, atomic mass of bromine equals to atomic mass of chlorine plus atomic mass of iodine divided by 2. So atomic mass of chlorine was, it is 35.5 plus For iodine is 126.9. 126.9 divided by 2. Okay, now here we have to add. So 9 and 5 is 14. 4, 1 will carry here. So 6 plus 1, 7. And 5, 18. So here we have 8. Again 1 will carry here. So 2 plus 1, 3. And 3 is 6. And so 1, it is 168.4. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Now we will divide it by 2. So we will get 84. We have added, right? It is 35.5 plus 168.9. 0.9. So it is 204. No, it is 126. I have taken 162. Okay, it is 35.5 plus 126.9. It will be 162.4.
Yeah, it must be 162.
Yes. Okay, now we will divide that by 2. Okay, if we divide that by 2, we will get
81.2.
81.2. Yes, 81.2, and it is 81.2. Means again it is perfectly verified.
Okay.
Okay, so that means the triad formed by the Daubigny was correct. So take a screenshot for that. Done.
Yes, sir. Done.
I hope you are getting all the points clearly, everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So now I am giving you the homework part for this chapter. Okay. So you have to verify the given triad now. So verify given pair of, not pair, yeah, group of 3 elements. Given group of 3 elements. Okay, as Daubigny triad, whether they are going to be Daubigny triad or not. Okay, so first triad for magnesium, Mg, then we have calcium and strontium, Sr. So atomic mass of magnesium is 24.3. For calcium we just checked, it is 40.1, and for strontium also we just gone through, it is 87.6. Now the second triad, you have to check that. It is for sulfur, then we have selenium, and then we have tellurium. It is Te. It is Te, tellurium. So atomic mass of sulfur is, it is 32.1. For selenium, we have, it is 79.0, and for tellurium we have 127.6. And last but not the least, the third triad, for again we have beryllium, it's then we have magnesium, and we have calcium. So the mass of beryllium is 9.0. For magnesium, it is 24.3. We just gone through that also. And calcium, we have 40.1. Okay. So you had to like verify whether this group of 3 elements are Daubigny triad or not. You just have to check. Okay. Understood, everyone?
Yes, I understood.
This is the homework for you. Okay. So any doubt till here?
No, sir, not till yet.
Everyone? Okay, so now we will discuss about the drawbacks of Daubigny triad. see that particular time more than 20 elements were discovered. Okay, more than 20 elements were discovered that particular time, but only few elements was obeys the law of Daubigny triad. Rest other elements, they are not obeying the law given by the triad, Daubigny triad. That's why the Daubigny triad got failed. Okay, so just I'm writing here the drawbacks. So in Daubigny triad, first, in Daubigny triad, only few elements were arranged rest element and rest element were not obeying the law of Daubigny triad. Hence the law got failed. That's why the law given by the Daubigny triad got failed. Okay. Therefore, rest element were not classified into Daubigny triad. Okay, everyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is all about the drawbacks of the Daubigny triad. Okay, so take a screenshot for that also. And have you taken a screenshot for the homework part?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So here we have completed the today's session, and we today discuss about the law given by the Daubigny triad in his arrangement of element. Okay.